Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are diving headfirst into the fantastic world of Next.js 14 and it's a game-changing server action feature. Hold up, rewind a bit. In the previous Next.js 13, the server action was a bit like a wild roller coaster. It was cool, but not totally stable. But in Next.js 14, it's now a rock-solid part of the game, ready for action in both your local setup and the production environment. Now I know what you are thinking. Server action, is it the cool kid on the block or just some outdated PHP style drama? Well, here is the scope. Some devs are waving the old school flags, calling it PHP vibes. While the experts, some other mans in the field are giving it a standing ovation. Why? Because it's all about writing less and achieving more. So what's the agenda today, right? We are going to throw on our coding superhero caps and compare the classic style with the shiny new server action. And guess what? I have got some ninja tricks to show you how to implement the server action, like creating and deleting post, sending notification, showing a loading status, handling errors, and showing a confirmation window before delete. So my friends, time is precious. We are not here to waste. Let's jump straight into the code and explore the wonder of Next.js 14 server action together. Stay tuned. It's gonna be epic. This is Chandipan, a full stack web developer, signing off until the code adventures begin. Dear friends, let's set up the boilerplate first. In the meantime, let's go to visit the Shadcn UI library. We will same time install the Shadcn UI library. So here's the Shadcn Next.js, and here is the installation way. So I'm copying this. Let's move over there. So here I will create a folder called src to organize all of my codes in a specific separate folder. So yeah, we will use the TypeScript. We will use the default slate. Here, where is the global CSS? So the global CSS inside the app folder, you can see. So I'll select the global CSS over there. Yes, I will keep as it is. They're asking where is the tailwind config.js file. So our tailwind config, it has a TypeScript file. So we'll change the JS to TS. Now they're asking me the configure, where is the component folder will be located. So I will change the component folder inside the src. So I will write the src over there, src, then components. Okay. Also, the library will be inside the src. But this is not mandatory. You can install the components, you can or utilities file folders, wherever you want. So nothing issue. But from mind, I think the organized way will be better. Like the all folder, all files, if they organize, then it is easy to find, easy to work with. Okay, so our Shadcn UI library setup is completed. Now let's move to again Shadcn UI library website. Here we'll found the input and the button. So here is the installation process. I'm copying this and we'll move over there. Paste it here. Need the input, and also we must need the button because these two items we are going to add inside our project. Okay, so our boilerplate is almost ready. Now we'll create a .env file over there, and here we will write our database and environment stage. Here you can see. So I write our node environment is development and the MongoDB URI. This is, we already have a database. Let me show you. Here is our database, Next.js new, and we have a table which is called users. So let's dive into the code. Our boilerplate is ready. Okay, yeah, everything is perfect. Now let's go over there. Localhost 3000. So you can see our Next.js is ready. So we will now need the pages data, the exist data. I will remove from there everything, whatever there. You can see everything will be removed. Yeah, so perfect. This is our layout. Okay, so what should I do? I will not I'm going to use this. $200, and we'll create a box layout over there. Five pixel, and we'll the padding 5, and we'll apply over there padding 5. If I refresh the page and minimum height, we will not use the 100 VAs, we will use the 100 DVAs. We will discuss about the DVAs sometime later. And DVAs means the dynamic view height. That means this dynamic view height, when a user visits your site from the desktop, mobile, or the tab, this dynamic view height will adjust all of the individual devices. So DVAs uses good use for the responsive purposes. So here you can see we have designed a box layout. Let's move over the page. So very first we will create a form and apply the server action to submit the form data to post into the database. Here inside the component I have created a folder. Inside the user folder we will create a file. It's called new user form.tsx. Okay, fine. So here I'll design a form over there, and insert the form. Should be two input type email. And here should be a button. So if I refresh over there, we'll see. Sorry, I have to import this. Now you can see the name, email, okay, perfect. So okay, so let me flex call. Yeah, so that should be fine. And insert the form. Here we can do like border padding 5, and we can apply a shadow and apply a BG. Right, okay, fine. Okay, so it's looking great. Okay, so for now what we can do, okay, so our submit down. Now we can write a label here, label HTML4 and your name, and this is for email. Okay, yes, fine. And submit ID. We can write required here, we can write the required over there. Okay, submit. Perfect. So our form creation is completed perfectly. Now since we are going to use the MongoDB, so we have to install the Mongoose, and at the same time we have to create a model for the user. Okay, so let's install the Mongoose in our project. Sorry, yeah, add Mongoose, and same time insert the src folder. Let me create a model folder called models. And I have already created the models for you, so I don't want to waste more time to create models. So here is my user model. Okay, so you can see everything out there. We just implement the name and the email, and for the DB connection we will create another folder called DB connection. Okay, inside the DB connection or DB connect, we will create another file, this file, to connect between the database and our app. So this tutorial is not to learn connect between the Mongoose and app. So if you're new here, if you want to learn how you can connect between the MongoDB and the application, so you can learn from my another video. I'll leave the link inside the description. But you know, my friend, you can not only use the MongoDB, you can use the SQL, you can use the Prisma, you can use the Redis, and whatever you want. You can use any kind of database inside your server action. So inside the src folder, I will create another folder called actions. All of our server actions will store on this folder. So let's create actions called users. This user, okay, .ts. For the server action, we have to write use server. So keep in mind, so use server action, we must have to assign the use server very, very top on the file. So here, very first, this is the async function. This is async function, and I will, all right, DB connect. Very first, we'll connect the database, and we'll receive the data as a form data. And insert the file. How we will receive. Let me go to the form. Here you can see action. Inside the action, we will call the function we just define, the create new user. Okay, yeah. So we will import this create new user. Perfect. Here is the users. Okay, So let me console the form data, then you will see what is happening over there. And def, let me reload the page. Now if I submit the button like names and this, here you see, this is the magic. This is the magic. If I share my on-off code, this is another project I have designed for you, which is Next tutorial. If you want, you can check this video from my other playlist. Here, if I move over the register, here you can see register page. So if I go to the register page, okay, here you can see to register a user, what I have done. Very first, this is common. I have to create this form, okay, for the register. And after that, we have created an entire route. See. This is the route we have created to register a page in my another project. Check. There is a lots of data, lots of code I have to write. Especially we have to define the another API to register a user. But in Next.js 14 in server action, we don't need to define API, because if I go over the console, you can see Next.js by default they create a API for us. Okay, so if I go to the network tab and if I hit the submit button, remove everything like great user. Look over there, submit. Here you can see Next.js 14 server action already by default created an API for us. We don't need to create a separate API, separate validation or separate security issues. You can see the payloader. Here is the data we have sent. Okay. So this is how we can write less code and achieve more. I think this is one of the great thing of the server action function. Even this is secure, you know. You can concern this is not secure, but no, this is secure. This is highly secure. And this mechanism, this ninja technique buy from Next.js 14. So our very first comparison, if I compare between our old style, the traditional style to write API, create additional separate API to submit or post information. So this is the first comparison. In first comparison, I think the server action is win. It's because we have to write less code but achieve more. We don't need to write a long code. Now we have to store the data inside our database. So to store data inside our database, we have received the data. You can see action, okay, the name, the value, everything we have found. So now let's assign a constant data, okay, and name we will write the form data dot get name. Yeah, same over there, form data get email. User and which new, this should be user. We have created the user already model, right? Yeah, user, and here we'll write the data because we just received the data, and we also save this. save. Fine. Now if I console this, let me check the console. What is happening? Okay, let's submit this. If we go to the console over there, yeah, you can see the data was created inside a database. So to make sure we can move our MongoDB over there, you can see refresh. This is the database. Okay, data we have found. Also, let's move another time. Try another time. Get user 2, and submit. Here you can see data was over there. Let's move to the MongoDB, refresh, data over there. So that means in the first comparison, the Next.js server action was win. So now next challenge is, let's fetch the data. We just want to show the data over there. The who is user list, all of the user list we have found. Okay, we will show the user list over there. Let's move to page. Yeah, we will create another separate function. We'll create another separate component to show users. Let's create a user. Now the question you can ask me, without API, how we can fetch the data from the database. Yeah, so same way we'll apply the server action to fetch that data from database. So very first, let's move to our action file. Here is the users, and this is the create user. We'll copy same thing, or better, we create another function, show users, and this should be async function. Okay, now we just have to fetch the data from over there. Yeah, we will apply the try case same. Now also we have to assign the DB connect. DB connect. So let me check the show user. If I call the show user over there, user list. Okay, so before using await, we have to call the async over there. Okay, so if I console over there, you see we have found the user list. This is the magic. Okay, so we don't need to create an API. Let's print the user list over there. Okay, so now before printing the users, we can assign a interface, a global interface for the users. So inside the src, we can create a folder called interface, and inside the interface, we will call index.d.ts. Here we will assign the global interface. That means we can use any kind of interface from there to inside the Enter project. Okay. Also, we will declare the global This should be interface. Interface is iUser. So declare global. ID is string, name is string, and we found the email is string. This is our global interface, so iUser. And let's move again to the user list. Here we will print the users, and same time, if users not equal undefined, then map the users. Okay, then map the users. If user not undefined, then map the users. And this should be user, iUser, and index number. Perfect. And now we will print over there. Okay, SDF, I'll save it. That's fine. Now we can call div, and this key should be index. Okay, and over there we can write the user dot name. Okay, so here you can see we have found the two users. One is create user and is create user 2. So how we have implemented this, let me share by art. So here is a diagram how we implemented this. You can see in our old style, I mean the traditional style, if I count, this is a form. To create a new user, we have to call the API, and to show user as inside a table, we have to call a separate API. But for now, we can see we done everything. We have created the form, we have connected with the actions, we have show that users, we have connected with the action. That means we reduce the code. A simple way, we reduce the code. And also this is not the end. Inside the action, we can write more code, like we have already did the post, we have write the get, and later we will do the delete. I mean, we can do anything, whatever we want. Okay, but we don't need the separate API route. So let's move over there, and we'll find everything is perfect. Yeah. So to show users, here we have created this. So I think this is not a good practice. Better we design a separate component to individual user. That will be a great. So let's create another file called single user.tsx, and see. Okay, we'll import over there single user, and okay, fine. Okay, this is perfect. Now RSC, okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll key as an index, and also we'll pass the user as a user. Now we have to cast this user inside the single user. To cast this inside the single user component, we have to write over there, this is user, but there should be error of TypeScript error. We have to declare over there. This is interface iprops, and this is called user iUser. Okay, and we'll implement this over there. I think the issue is gone. Okay, perfect. Now we have to print there. We can print there like user. Okay, so we can call user and name, and same way we can write email. Okay, and also same way we can design a button over there. Button. Okay, delete user. Okay, here we can define a class name and greet. We can span like 4, right? 4, and we can capitalize. Same way we can copy over there and paste. Also paste. This is the 4. This is should like 5, 6, and this is 2. Or this is 3. Okay, 3. Let's take it 3. Okay, fine. If I save it, you can see this is beauty. Okay, now we can apply a border and also padding. Yeah, so here you can see everything is perfect. Okay, yeah, so submit, delete. Now let's create another user. If I click on submit, you can see user is created perfectly. Okay, but the user is not available over there. So if I refresh the page, I can see the user over there. So how can I fix the issue? How can I auto reload? I mean, the auto fetch the data. Okay, so there is a nice function over there. What we can do, we can move it to the action file. This is the action, right? Actions file. So we can apply the revalidate method. This is the default function of Next.js 14. So we can apply the revalidate path. Okay, and the path from the path should be which path we are using. Like if there is a user, or this is a dashboard, so the path should be dashboard. Now we have the base path, so base path should be like this. Okay, now if I create another user, okay, you can see the magic happening. So after that, let me show you how you can implement if there is a loader function. That will be great. Like you have created a user and there is a loading method, will be great. Okay, so how you can implement the loader using server action. So let's move over the single user. Here I have created the button. Okay, this is the form, single user form. So here is a mechanism. Before we dive in, let's divide the code inside our case. Then it will better from you to understand from your end. This is our form, right? And there is button. Now what we'll do, we'll separate the button to another component. This should be a button component, and this is the form. And we will implement the button with a separate component. Let's create a file called action button.tsx. Let's see. And if I move the button over there, this is the single user button, not single user button. We'll use the form, new user form button, this button. Yeah. We'll move over there and paste it. And action button, implement the action button here. So here you will understand how interact between the server side component with the client side component and how we can show the loader. Okay, I can pass a props like title, and title should be submit. Okay, and inside I will write, okay, I can write over there interface and I props as we did before. Title is string, so we can write I props over there. Okay, perfect. Now we will print the submit over there. So you can see the button is visible perfectly. Okay, even the button will work as before. Let me create another user @gmail.com. If I submit, okay, so the button is working as before, there is no issue. Now the feature we want, how you can implement a loader inside the button. This is a default React function which is called use form status. We will use the use form status. Okay, so if I console the test, I can see what we are receiving. And as I told you before, how we interact between the server side and the client side. So this use form status, this is the client side function. So we have to write over there use client. Yeah, now, sorry, use client. If I refresh this, it will gone. Okay. So console this, let me go to the console. Yeah, you can see there that if I print the console, yeah, over here you can find what kind of data you found, the pending, the data, the method, the action. Okay, so now if I press on submit, great user great3@gmail.com. If I submit, look over there. Okay, so if I submit, you see the pending true, pending true, pending true, pending false, and data which is carry the form data, the method is post, okay, action is function. So we are getting 1, 2, 3 items from there. So we will use the pending only from the use form status. So let's destructure this and we'll use the pending. Okay, fine, I don't need the test anymore. Now that means if the pending is available, then a loader will show. If not, then loader will hide. If pending, then submitting. Okay, otherwise it's completed, or leave it empty just for test. So let's look over there, like great4@gmail.com. submit. You see, I think it is quite fast and it's hard to check the loading status. Let me implement, like for set timeout, So insert the action. This is the function we are going to use. So what there, we will implement a function which is called set timeout. So await new promise resolve set timeout for 2 seconds, right? And perfect. Okay, for the 2 seconds the loader will be visible. So if I change to 5, grade 5, submit, you see submitting. Okay, perfect. So let's move to the button over there again here. So we can print our title there, and we can write working. Okay, that should be fine. Now if I click on there, submit, see working, it's done. That's fun, you know. Again, if I get another user, 7, submit, done. So this is another comparison. If I told you the traditional style, if you want to show a loader, that will be lots of function we have to implement. But using server action and the use form status, this is quite easy to show a loader or insert the component. So that's it for now. In next video, we'll implement the delete function. Also share how you can implement a confirmation window, how you can implement a React hot toast to show the user is created, the user is deleted. That's it for now. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like and bell button. That you will never miss any video from my end. And have a great day. Bye bye. Take care. Love you guys.